Robbie Goodwin is next, baby.
Us right now.
Name us.
He's watching, guys.
Welcome back to Sports Talks Game Breakers here on Prime Video. I am Eitan Levy, and as always, I'm joined by my beautiful, beautiful men. Drexel Clemens to my right, Baker Machado to my left. In studio right now, I will say it, what a freaking booking! Give it up for comedian Robbie Goodwin! He's here!
How'd you get me?
Oh, Robbie. First of all,
crazy.
I gotta point this out every time we have one of our friends on this show. You're a comedian, but we know you from around the city.
Absolutely.
I think we did a roast. We judged roast battles.
Who'd you guys roast?
We judged because we're better than these.
Let me just say, a bunch of nobodies lost.
That being said, I will be roast battling on that.
You are a, you know what, let's bring up this one. If you had to roast anyone in any sport out there, who is the most roastable athlete?
Oh, Ben Simmons. No, James Harden. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
That's too easy.
That one's almost like, come
What about
on.
like Jimmy Butler? I feel like he
knows why he's funny.
That's
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Ben Simmons is just a pun. I mean, I almost feel bad for him. You know what? Maybe Zion, because I think he'd take it well. I feel like Ben Simmons would just get sad.
If Zion doesn't have a sense of humor, then that's a bad life to lead. Like, he's got to at some point be like, listen, this is terrible, but it's kind of funny.
You think Jokic knows like why he's funny, or is he
No,
just like
I don't think he
barreling
knows
through
what a
life?
joke is.
No.
It's ironic he's the Joker because I don't think he's ever smiled or done a trick or told.
I think that at most Serbia got a best of Mary Tyler Moore like a couple of months ago, and now they're being
That's on the
introduced.
Comedy Channel, though.
Yeah, Comedy Central Serbia.
Here's Jokic telling a joke. Knock, knock. Who's there? The police. They're looking for you. Don't take my horse, please.
Knock, knock, who's there? Croatians, and they're here for your family.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Enough with the jokes. Free Ukraine.
All right, let's talk about this season. Last night, the NBA opened up. Who's your team? Who are you rooting for?
Golden State Warriors. Sorry.
yeah.
I'm from the Bay Area, so
Okay.
I've been a fan forever.
So what do you take of Chris Paul on the team now?
I
What do
really
you think?
still don't know. It was both Chris Paul's were last night. Like he had a terrible first quarter.
And you had a really small lineup with Draymond out.
They looked really small out there. It was like watching the Monstars.
You need an enforcer.
This jam.
You need an enforcer like Draymond out there. Him not out there is just.
He was sorely missed, and I think it's like I think this lineup isn't going to make any sense until Draymond's on the team because Chris Paul, Clay, and Steph out there. There's just too many guards. It's just, but when Draymond's in there, the defense. If there was good Draymond defense, then we could have won that game. It was a winnable game, but also Beal was out, so it could have
Draymond
been
said
a wash.
something interesting because the CBA rules are going to change in the next couple of years, so teams won't be able to spend as much on players as they are now. Which, by the way, the Golden State Warriors still the highest payroll in the league at $210 million. He said that the Warriors were the last dynasty in the NBA. Do you agree with that?
I don't. Maybe I don't know. I really don't know. I think players might take pay cuts for once to keep a great team together.
Right.
A Giannis, Dame, who knows that maybe they to sign smaller contracts or something. But I think Draymond's basically saying, I'm not going to be paid as much, so no one's going to be a good team
Nobody
ever
deserves
again.
it. Yes.
Do you, within that conversation, we talked about it as the last dynasty team. Do you feel at all the window has already closed, or is it closing?
I think we're in the mix, but I don't think it's like a sure thing. I think
They are getting older.
they're getting older. And
Everybody's getting older though.
that's what I was thinking.
Except
I was
the
like,
Nuggets.
there's a bunch of old men out there.
That's
last
what I'm
night.
saying.
Listen, Steph is so old that he's trying to shut down low-income housing in his area.
Yeah. When that little old lady fell and started in the middle of the game, I was like, what happened to Chris Paul?
I think the NBA needs 5, maybe 10 more years to create a new dynasty because Steph's old, Draymond's old, LeBron is getting
KD.
old, AD is old, Russell.
He's not old. You call him Jokic. He's 28, but he looks like he's 45.
Yeah, I can't believe the faces of the NBA have been 4 years older than me for 10 years. You know what I mean? It's been KD, LeBron, Steph, and
Draymond.
No, Draymond's not the face. He's the ass of the league.
He's the foot of the league in a lot of ways.
Maybe Kyrie's still young. No.
I wouldn't say he's a face. He's kind of a heel. The people
Did you say
really.
LeBron?
LeBron, KD, Steph, and
AD.
who's the fourth one? I don't
Jalen
know.
Brunson.
No, I don't know. Anyway,
Kawhi
I didn't mean to take you guys down this
it's all
route. But the big, all the big names, they're all 30 to 39 now.
Yeah.
LeBron's the oldest player in the league, which is crazy. He's still really good. He played great last night.
He's on a minutes cap. It is kind of weird to watch him on the end of his career. This year we're not going to get LeBron, and it's the first year where I think they're going to be very open about it. That 30-minute cap is an actual kind of issue. It's it's the window shutting on his career. Mm-hmm. It's interesting that is happening a day before tonight, where Wembanyama has his big premiere. I will say that I do not trust that he is going to have a long, fruitful career because of his size. Yeah. Are you at all afraid that he's just too good and the hype is too well, and he's built so injury-prone?
He's like Greg Oden.
I thought that a smarter person than me said he's not injury-prone. I forgot what he said, but I just believed him. But I saw a preseason game against the Warriors, and he was like a cheat code, as they say. I saw a meme that's he looks like Michael Jordan in Space Jam, stretching, reaching toward the basket, and he literally looks like. It's unreal what he is, and I gotta say, it looks like he might live up to the hype from the preseason games, but
I think he's gonna do the work. He's already gained the weight. Mm-hmm. He's gonna gain a little bit more muscle, put that on top of that. I think, yes, his size is an issue. I'm scared about his knees or him falling and hurting himself.
Yeah.
But if not for that, he could be the next, I'm gonna put it, Kareem.
Yeah.
I think he's got everything he needs to do. No one can guard him. He's insane.
Yeah, I agree. No one can. It's what do you do? How do you put a man on him?
How do you? If you were, let's say you're a coach. Let's put you in, coach's shoes over there.
Okay.
How do you guard him?
Steph, stand on Clay's back. Form like Ultron.
Yeah. They show up and it's just 3 kids in a trench coat style.
What if Wembanyama is just 3 kids in a jersey?
Listen, we have no proof that he's not.
I just can't wait for Charles Barkley to call him Benihana. I'm waiting for that. Benihana played a great game today.
James Harden earlier. So what's your take on this whole situation with him? Now there's reports from both Shams and Adrian Wojnarowski that he's going to make the team game Thursday.
Yeah.
But likely isn't going to suit up for the Sixers, given the fact that he's played 0 games this preseason.
Oh, wow, yeah.
What do you think about this?
I actually even saw it's the Harden one's great to me because my favorite thing about the offseason is it's so gossipy. It's did you hear that Dame went to
which I love. And every day there's just something new. The whole Dame trade was 3 months of reality.
It was
like a Housewives episode.
We don't want him. Maybe we do.
What if he goes to Miami?
Talking to me.
And then it's just the Heat meme of just I will financially not recover from this whole thing.
So I love that Harden is bringing that spirit to the regular season and being I'll travel with you guys, and they're we don't want to travel.
Do you think he's making the team uncomfortable enough?
What's that?
He says, I'm going to make preseason, I'm going to make the team uncomfortable. Do you think he's doing enough? You think he's making them uncomfortable enough?
He's making me uncomfortable. I don't play for the Sixers. And it's what is his... He's the worst negotiator ever. He's all right, what team wants all this?
Yes.
It's dude.
Every team that he wants to get on, it's a liability. I wouldn't want him on that. Every once in a while, he's brought on as maybe the Knicks can trade for him or something.
No,
like that.
he's going to get traded with the Utah Jazz.
Yeah. I do think that he'll make a triple McDouble.
Maybe that. By the way, that is why he couldn't actually travel with the team. Is that the plane was weighed down.
Right. Yeah.
He was on that plane at JFK, sitting in the back.
James, we love you. We don't have the infrastructure for your big ass.
Those huge military things that they drop off jeeps to Israel in. It's just him being rolled off the back.
I just don't know what his strategy is. How do you make publicly a team uncomfortable enough for another team that will say, "I want you"?
Yeah.
That was my whole thing. It's he's giving away all of his leverage by just being who's gonna pay him what he thinks he should be paid.
Where do you think he ends up at the end of the season?
I don't know I literally think it might be the Pacers or something.
But you think he does do you think that there's a bigger chance that he gets moved out of the 76ers, or do you think that he just kind of stays there because at the end of the day, they're not going to get anything back from him, and it's just easier to bite that?
$38 million this year.
I think there's not an unrealistic chance that he stays on the Sixers and Embiid leaves, or the supporting cast all leaves or something like that. It's not unrealistic because no one wants Harden. They're not going to get anything for him.
But does he make it so bad in Philly that somebody like Joel Embiid
Right.
wants to leave.
Yeah,
he makes the entire team basically crumble.
I think it's not that he wants. He's gonna force them to leave. It's gonna be like, the Knicks are already I think they put together a package for Embiid or something because they're just like, hey.
But if that's the case, then why, if you're the Sixers, why not just get rid of Daryl Morey? If that's the whole issue.
He's also gone.
Yeah.
I think that he's going to be, because right now, if you get rid of Daryl Morey, I think that even if you were going to get rid of him initially, until James Harden is gone, it is going to look like James Harden won.
Right.
You can't get rid of Daryl Morey until James Harden is gone.
But also,
it's just it's complicated.
I'm also wondering how they play these next 2 games, because if they play well without Harden, and it's very clear and evident that they're good without him, his whole negotiation strategy is over.
It's done. Yeah, I really don't. I think it's like even Dame when he was like, I'm not gonna be on Portland anymore. I'm like, you just gave away all your leverage there, and then that messes with your team because then it's like, okay, well he needs to leave, so we're gonna offer you what we wouldn't, You gotta play a little cat and mouse,
Right.
And the guys scared, you gotta
Oh,
tease,
It's all that's a negotiation.
Just a little tease out there. I want to bring up tonight that my Knicks, the actual NBA season starts tonight when the Knicks and the Celtics.
It's good.
As a Knicks fan, let me just say.
You Knicks fans are hilarious.
Yeah, apparently there was basketball yesterday. I had no idea.
I do like the Knicks. I mean, I would say on the Eastern Conference, I root for the Knicks, but it's funny. I was talking to our mutual friend Patrick Haggerty. He's like, "Oh yeah, they're third in the East." I'm like, "Are you sure about that?"
If you don't pat, you know that he's yelling it at you. So,
Also,
they're third in the East.
Oh yeah, they're third in the East. Yeah.
That's a great Pat Haggerty
People are gonna love that.
impression.
Your fans are gonna love a Pat Haggerty impression.
Just someone just spit. They're like, "Is that a Pat Haggerty
and
impression?"
that person is Matt Merritt.
That's not Matt.
of all the teams in the East, why the Knicks? There's so many other better teams.
I will say I was saying the Sixers before this Harden. I was like, but this was before the Harden drama. But
Celtics,
crazy. Well, yeah,
Bucks.
I would say Celtics, Bucks are those are top 2 with a lock. Then I would say the Sixers, but this Harden thing is whatever.
Yeah.
Cavs, Heat.
So who wins this year?
No, I think
who wins the whole thing? Are you going Celtics,
The
Bucks?
Celtics are who wins the whole thing?
Yeah.
I think give me the Nuggets again.
Ooh, Nuggets over Bucks.
Did you see
Jokic was
last
amazing
night?
last night.
Triple double.
So why do you feel like? Look, I'm saying this as somebody that's from Denver, loves everything about the team. Why do you feel like Jokic looks so miserable?
Because he doesn't want to play the game. it's like his mom forcing him to do the school play, and then he nails Danny Zuka. You know what I
ever
mean?
see a happy person at Harvard? Same exact thing. Same exact thing. With that, we got to go to commercial break.
Yes, indeed, guys. We're just getting started here with Robbie Goodwin coming up. We're going to play some movie remakes. What needs to be redone?
What?
Ooh, yes, show.
Oh.
Yes.
Ooh, look at Oh, these two. Look at that. Venmo us.
Yes, Venmo.
Venmos are open.
Hello, friends. Welcome back to Sports Talks Game Breakers. That is Drex. That is Eitan, and I am Baker Machado. And we're joined in studio by the very funny comedian Robbie Goodwin.
Oh, Robbie.
So, Robbie, we know Hollywood definitely looking for some new ideas out there.
Yeah.
Everything is getting rebooted, remade, and everything.
Yeah.
But none of them are really good.
No.
I mean, I can't. Besides maybe The Godfather, what was the best second, sequel?
Hangover 2?
White Man Can't Jump. The second
not.
one that
How
came
dare
out
you.
with Jack Harlow. What you guys do? Robbed of an Oscar.
I say straight to Hulu is the best movie.
So we're gonna put all of our nuggets together and help out Hollywood with a little segment we're calling movie remakes. We will do a remake of a classic film, but the catch here, Robbie, is the new star that's going to be a part of this. Like what we saw with Jack Harlow, they're going to be athletes.
Okay.
So let's start with Star Wars. Star Wars obviously has a bajillion remakes out there.
Oh,
But if you
yeah.
had to sort of recast it, and there's one athlete out there that could join the Star Wars universe, who is it?
Ooh, one athlete who could join the Star Wars universe.
Anywhere. They could be our
take
new,
over.
They could be our new Luke Skywalker, our new Darth Vader, whoever.
Well, first of all, I think Darth Vader is James Dolan.
And the Death Star is the sphere.
And the Sphere is the Death Star. That's perfect.
By the way, you hear about the Knicks and the Sphere thing? James Dolan, and I don't know how this isn't tax fraud. James Dolan, the sponsor for the Knicks this year, is the Sphere.
Really?
The Sphere, he paid himself $50
Seems like
million.
a conflict of interest.
No, come on.
I love that James Dolan's just a Succession character, but like even less likable, You know
what's funny?
Which
I
is saying
remember
something.
he did WFAN a couple of months ago. And let me just say, first of all, I love James Dolan, best owner out there.
I love him too. I'm kidding. Don't ban me. I love Madison Square Garden. I want to see the Killers again.
I want to see Radio City, but he was on I think he was on Carter Jordan Roberts a couple months ago, and they had him on to address that scandal with the facial recognition thing. And they go, James, you have this facial recognition thing. And he goes, can I just tell you, by the way, Billy Joel. In the Garden. Never seen a better concert in my entire life. He pivoted the entire conversation just talking about Billy Joel. I love James Dolan.
Also, he already has.
At his root, he's a Long Island Jewish guy.
Oh, yeah.
So James Dolan is clearly Darth Vader. But what athlete is joining Star Wars, do you think?
Ooh, okay. I could do Austin Reeves as Luke Skywalker.
I was thinking that too.
That's a good one.
James Dolan already has the Death Star. That's the sphere. That's in Vegas. It's chilling, right? Austin Reeves, he's already him. He is the savior. He is the guy who saves the universe.
He's got the hair.
He's got the hair. He's got the vibes.
My thought for this was, the thing about Luke Skywalker is that this guy did not fit in for a very long time. He was very much like shoved into a situation. As much as he wore the outfits as much, he still was kind of goofy. Grady Dick, okay? Grady Dick, when he came into the NBA, he was just wearing all this weird stuff. He had all that red, all the suits and things like that, but he was trying to own it. And I feel like that is why I want to see Grady Dick as like a Luke Skywalker.
I feel like Grady Dick would play Jar Jar Binks, but that's just me. Just like his energy is just very much like he went to Carnival. You know what I'm saying? Like he just has the energy of like I'm the fun character.
I was gonna say, which athlete do you actually think owns a lightsaber? Like I was thinking,
Jimmy Butler.
Oh
yeah, he's Han Solo. I think Jimmy Butler's Han Solo.
Jamal Williams, I bet, owns a lightsaber also from running back for the New Orleans Saints. He's a weirdo.
All right, let's move to Scarface.
Okay.
Scarface. That would be a remake. I would think like Bobby Cannavale would be like basically in it if they're.
Or just get Al Pacino.
They're already using the de-aging technology already on Harrison Ford. Why not Al Pacino? But what athlete is
Logan Paul.
Logan Paul is.
He's already sweating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's got the, they're coming for my empire.
Yeah. He definitely does accents of other races at home.
I'm going to go with David Njoku on this one. David Njoku, his face literally burned off a couple of weeks ago. He's been showing up in face masks. You want to talk about actual scar face? That guy's face is all scars at this point. David Njoku, terrifying.
Yeah, 100%.
He's got scary nose.
I want to see Macho Man Randy Savage Scarface.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, say hello to my little friend.
What about you, Baker? What would you do?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. That is
I'm trying to think who is like a band of brothers. Like who's the head of? Who would you take orders from? Like who would you sell coke for? Because that's who I'm kind of thinking.
James Harden?
James.
No, James Harden would be it.
Yeah, it would be an issue. James Harden would get murdered halfway through for being a rival that was stupid about it.
While I think of this, let's move to another film.
Okay.
Classic. Tom Hanks won an Oscar, one of two he's ever won, by the way, in Forrest Gump. Who is getting recasted in Forrest Gump?
I think Jokic as Forrest Gump is like
100%.
perfect. He's simple. He's amazing.
Yes.
He befriends black people. It's perfect.
He's like, here you go. He's like, I didn't know I own Apple now. This is crazy.
Yeah. Please, Jenny.
Jokic
Please,
is
Jenny.
perfect.
What about?
And then the coach told me to keep dunking.
It's just him against him.
Yeah.
What about Coming to America? Who would you cast? I'm thinking Giannis as the Eddie Murphy character.
That's good.
When he came to
Wemby,
America.
though, right?
Wemby!
He's coming to America.
Yeah, Wemby, true.
And immediately when in the movie Coming to America, what's the first thing that happens is that he gets all his stuff robbed. Immediately gets into an altercation. Wembanyama shows up to America. 2 days later, he's assaulted by Britney Spears. Okay? That guy got such an intense welcome to America moment.
If Eddie Murphy wrote that in script, all right, and then he comes to America and Britney Spears assaults him, they'd be like, all right, that's a little far-fetched.
We need the Britney dialogue here. Yeah. Also, when Giannis came to America in that first season, he was like, have you guys ever tried the McFlurry? Like there was like a while where he was just tweeting like pictures of Gushers, and he was like, have you guys tried Gushers?
Which is why I think he would work so well. He would be so like, oh my gosh, I've never been here.
So then is Dame Arsenio Hall in that case?
Yes.
That actually works perfect.
He'd be like, no, I was the prince the whole time. I was the prince. What about Friday?
Oh, okay. I think you should just remake it with Charles Barkley and Shaq. I think you're good.
Yes. I was kind of thinking Deion and Deion Sanders' family in there. That was where
Who's Deion playing?
The Ice-T character. Not Ice-T. What's his name?
Ice Cube?
Ice Cube, yeah.
Oh.
You could just do Ice Cube again because he runs the Big Three League. So
Oh.
technically
The
sports.
Ice Cube, so then who's playing Chris Tucker?
Who's playing Chris Tucker?
Who's like a goofy, teeny
goofy
little
and
man?
fun?
Let's get Steph Curry as Chris Tucker.
Muggsy Bugs?
Muggs, let me see.
Who's a goofy little athlete?
It's a goofy little athlete. Rajon Rondo.
I guess Jimmy Butler. He would be the one to do. No.
No, Jimmy Butler's too
Yeah.
smart. Chris Tucker was kind of an idiot in that movie, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
What Kyrie then?
Oh, Kyrie.
Kyrie's a good one. Yeah.
Kyrie
spin
is
the
so
play.
Friday
spot
with
on.
Katie and Kyrie would be great.
Oh,
Did
there
you
it is.
just mention something that's funny? Kyrie is perfect because he doesn't know it's a comedy. So he's in the movie, has no idea what's going on. What about one of my favorite movies of all time, Showgirls?
Showgirls.
Such a classic. It could be the NC-17 version or the one that you see on MTV.
Okay.
But who's perfect for that one? Who's the Elizabeth Berkley?
It's been a while since I've seen this one.
Yeah, Jamal Murray.
So I actually don't remember who Elizabeth Berkley is.
Oh my God,
It's
did
all
you ever watch
30
Saved
guys.
by the Bell?
No.
Oh,
I just want to point out that the Showgirls, that famous poster,
Yeah.
is of
Just the leg.
It's just the leg, right?
Yeah.
That same pose is the leaked nude that Justin Verlander had with Kate Upton years ago. It's that same side pose. I want to see Justin Verlander.
Okay, I
in it.
think I
I've never
got
seen
it.
Showgirls,
It's
so
like
I can't help you.
It's a dark movie about a group of dancers, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
It's just the
strippers.
Memphis Grizzlies.
But it's and it's campy and perfect, which is great for them.
Yeah.
And there's guns for John Morant.
yeah, Tom. Yeah,
Oh my
exactly.
God! Same amount of dollar bills being thrown around.
Yeah.
That John Morant picture of him in that room where he is without a shirt on for some reason, and
So
there's
this
just
is
singles
perfect.
Oh,
everywhere.
amazing. Yeah.
amazing.
This is perfect.
I've never seen Showgirls, so
have to.
I cannot help, but
You
I
have
will
to.
add that onto
So
the
good.
list. What about
You see
Legally Blonde?
boobs.
Legally Blonde.
Who are we having
Oh.
in Legally
Who's going to the Supreme Court for a case?
Oh yeah, good question.
Well, so we're doing. This is Legally Blonde 2, Red, White, and Blonde.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Who
we're
does
doing.
everyone
Okay.
assume is dumb but is actually smart?
Oh.
This is a good question.
Jokic.
Jokic, maybe. But,
Legally Blonde. So it's a blonde person. Maybe Tyler Harrow? No, he.
Is he blonde?
No, he's.
See, this is Austin Reeves.
Grady
Yeah,
Jackson.
yeah, this is actually a better Austin Reeves one because he's like a cute little white boy.
Yeah, yeah,
He actually has high
exactly.
basketball IQ.
Yes.
So.
I mean, first of all, if it's Legally Blonde 1, then you gotta have the evil, not the evil guy, but the guy that ends up trying to cop a feel on Reese Witherspoon. That's James Dolan. That's just an
Yeah.
evil lawyer teaching or Alan Dershowitz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luca Lee Blonde.
Ooh, I kind
Yeah,
of like that. Yeah.
Sterling.
All right,
Oh, there you go.
It's time for one
Perfect.
more, and I actually have one for this one. Kill Bill. But this one I think is
Oh,
perfect
yeah.
with Draymond Green.
Yes. Oh, you know what? No, Draymond.
Or Ron Artest.
Draymond would actually be pretty. But
I got Megan Rapinoe. I feel like as the
An assassin.
as the what's her face character on it.
Yes.
yeah, Watanabe
I'm
is
a fan.
Lucy Liu's character.
Caitlin Clark
Who?
as the.
Oh, I
the
was
main
just thinking
character.
like an assassin. I wasn't even thinking gender here.
No, like, meaning more so like because she's like so aggressive and so like I'm gonna win and like da 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 and like from Iowa, unassuming.
It's true.
I think
That's a
that
good
fits
one.
the Kill Bill bill.
Yeah. I kind of like Kill Bill Draymond. I think that's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
that's a lot of fun. He's out for vengeance, and everyone's like, "What? What did I do?"
What if his finishing move? Because I remember at the end of that five, she
Yeah,
punches
yeah.
5 times.
Yeah.
It's just Draymond foot through
5
his
stomps,
chest.
yeah.
just a bonus, just over and over.
Yeah, yeah,
Again.
yeah.
Man.
Oh, what a good
I hope
time.
that he stomps on someone out there. I'll do a last one over here. We are, on this network, we have they occasionally advertise the movie Air. Air about Phil Knight and everything like that. If you had to pick someone to play Ben Affleck in the movie Air,
Oh,
who would you play?
I mean, Rob Gronkowski.
Yeah, he
He needs to
needs.
be a Boston athlete, right?
It does need to be a Boston athlete, like wicked freaking shit.
Yeah, wicked- hey,
Look at this
Steve.
wicked shot.
Yeah. Tom Brady should play Ben Affleck.
And with that, we got to go to commercial break. We'll be right back with more Sports Talks Game Breakers here on Prime Video. Robbie Goodwin, everybody! Robbie, Venmo him also. If you Venmo us, you Venmo Robbie.
That's fine.
Robbie.